Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Saturday. It's September 10th of 2022, and we've got a lot to talk about. If you missed my video yesterday, you're going to want to go back and catch that. I didn't talk about any news, but I tried to represent you all well and let Princess know some things that they really need to fix and work on. And so hopefully that will help a little bit. But in the very least, we have a lot of news to catch up on today. And actually, usually on a Sunday, we will just put up like a vlog or something. But this evening, I think I'll do another video and do some more news to help get us all caught up to start where we end up on Monday. So first of all, I want to let you know that there was a medical evacuation on the Discovery Princess. One of our Let's Go family members was so kind to post it in our Facebook group and let us know what's going on. And it happened as the Discovery Princess was going back to Alaska. And so the reason that I tell you about this, of course, is to make you aware that these things do happen sometimes. I remember, I think it was our very first cruise to Alaska back in 2014. It's actually our first cruise ever. And on that one, we had someone medically evacuated on a boat. They had to take them so that they could get the medical help that they needed. And sometimes it's with a helicopter, sometimes it's with a boat. I think it depends probably on what's available in the region and maybe the urgency of the need for help. But anyway, that has happened. So the reason that I always tell you about this also is so that you can pray for the family and for the people involved in this. I have a great deal of faith and know that prayer works. And so that's why I ask you. And if you send positive thoughts, whatever it is that you do, I know this family and the people involved could really use it. So thank you so very much. The next thing that I want to let you know about is I was so excited. Our Let's Go family member, Bruce, he's been with us a long time. I'm actually excited for all of you, no matter how long you have been with us. And if you're brand new today, welcome. We're really glad to have you with us. But Bruce and his wife just got on the Regal Princess, sailing out of Civitavecchia there in Rome on their Mediterranean cruise, and so he was letting us know that they're on the Regal Princess. They did check their vaccination and testing records. They also got to meet their steward, and the elite toiletries were there in their cabin. So isn't that good news? We talked about that a lot. That was, it's the little things, as we were talking about in our live last night, that make a huge difference. So I am really happy to hear that those elite toiletries were there. The mini bar replacement items was quick. They have not seen any tote bags, so maybe those are truly discontinued. I don't know. And then he said, I love it. He said, if you can read this, we have internet. So I'm glad that he's got some internet there. It will be fun to hear from them as their voyage progresses or when they get home, whenever it works best for them, to let us know how the internet turned out on that trip. I keep one of the big things that I told Princess was about is you've got to fix your internet. It has just been too slow. So and then we also have another Let's Go family member, and I appreciate them letting us know. This was also over on our Facebook group that they did not get the elite toiletries package, but they got a packaged loofah and some Q-tips. So maybe Princess is trying and working their way back to getting them everywhere. I think that would be wonderful. And then she also says that she thinks the blue tote bags have been discontinued because we're not hearing of those appearing in any staterooms anywhere. And those were really handy, quite frankly. They were handy for like doing your laundry, and I know we often take an extra laundry bag, but if I was just taking a few things down, it was really helpful. I generally didn't use them too much going into port unless it was just like a beach day, so that going around like a big city, we didn't look like targets for being tourists, but they were really handy bags. Anyway, their disappointment on their ship, and she didn't say which ship they are on, but she said that one of their very favorite things is the art auction, and it quite didn't meet their expectations. So hopefully on the next cruise things will be better as far as the art goes. Gordon and I generally don't go to the art auction. We have a lot of art already in our home, and so now for me to buy something, it really has to speak to me. So anyway, I always walk through though and look at it because I love paintings and I really enjoy that as well. And so hopefully on the next trip they will have something that she will enjoy. And so the next update that I have got for you though is about Hurricane K. And I just wanted to talk about this. I know that it's been in the news a lot. Hurricane K there on the west coast has affected some itineraries. Now, I know that the Carnival Panorama, they were supposed to be going to Cabo San Lucas this last week. They are just back in port today, and they're in Long Beach. But this last week, she was supposed to be going to Cabo, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. And due to that hurricane, they had to miss the port of Puerto Vallarta. So they added on Ensenada on the end, hoping to make up for that. But then they have not been able to go to Ensenada as well because of the winds and everything associated with that storm. And so they are, like I said, back. We checked marine traffic, and they are back indeed in Long Beach this morning on the day they were scheduled to be back in port. Now, I know that the Navigator of the Seas from Royal Caribbean is in that region, and it was also showing that the Sapphire Princess is, where is she? Nope, the Diamond Princess is off the coast of Puerto Vallarta right now. Gordon looked for me before I did this video. So if any of you were on a sailing that was affected by that, will you let us know? You can pop it in the comments or put it over in our Facebook group. Which reminds me, if you have not joined us in our Facebook group yet and you do Facebook, come and join us. It is an amazing community. You all, you make me proud. You make me happy. I love seeing all your photos, your kind responses whenever anyone asks a question or needs anything. It's a really amazing place to be, and you don't want to miss it if you're not there yet. It's just Let's Go Travel Tips. You just go there and request to join, and Gordon will let you right in. Now, another quick update. So you all probably remember clear back at the beginning of the pandemic when the Diamond Princess got stuck over in Japan. And it was really at the beginning of the pandemic. I admire all of their efforts. No one knew what was going on. No one knew what to expect. No one knew anything really about COVID other than it was COVID and it was here, and it was such a new experience for everyone. Well, there's been a documentary made about that, and the Diamond Peacock, which is NBC's streaming service, is going to release, they're revisiting the experience, it says, with a documentary they're calling Hell of a Cruise, and it is going to be released on September 14th on that streaming service. And it says the documentary is a collection of personal videos that tell the story of guests and crew members who were on board that princess ship right when all of that happened. And to be truthful, I think it's really hard. That would be a hard situation. And I have had the pleasure of meeting several people who were on the ship and went through that experience. My very dearest people that we met are people that are you know how sometimes when you meet people and they are dear to you and you don't know why? Well, Dell and Sherry Grizzle are that way to Gordon and we got to meet them when we were on, I think it was in January when we were on the, Caribbean Princess, and they happened to have been on the Diamond Princess when that happened, and boy, do they have an amazing experience that they shared with us. And the bottom line from all of that is not only did they see the hand of the Lord, but they also come away saying how magnificent Princess was, what good care they took of them and have taken of them since. And so I really do hope that everyone is positive with Princess on that, because I really do think, based on all of the personal first-hand experiences I have heard, that Princess really went above and beyond, and especially in a time when nobody really knew what was going on and how to manage it. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think that Gordon and I will keep an eye out for that. I need to learn if Peacock is a streaming service that you need to pay for. I'll try to find out and tell you. Gordon would know those things. But anyway, also a quick update for Virgin Voyages. If we've got any Let's Go family members that are considering Virgin out there. And if you have, let us know what you think. It says they released a statement, and it says, in keeping with the rest of the travel industry, we've updated our guidelines to make all voyages open to everyone, including sailors who are unvaccinated. We will continue to create the safest environment at sea and in our terminal, but starting on all sailors are welcome aboard their ships starting on September 18th for the Valiant Lady and September 21st for the Scarlet Lady. And if you are unvaccinated, you're very welcome to come. All you need to do is bring a negative COVID test taken within 72 hours. And it says you can either take it, you can even take it at the terminal if you want, and it'll just cost you $30. So I think that is wonderful. I think it's just magnificent. And I guess you don't bring the test. It says bring a negative COVID test, maybe just proof of a negative COVID test, or you can take the COVID test with you. I'll look for a little bit more if more clarification on that is released, but it sounds really simple and like they're anxious to have everyone on board again. So I thought that was wonderful. Now here's another update that has got nudged aside here for a few more urgent things, but I know that we've got Let's Go family members who really enjoy cruising on the rivers in the United States. Someone over on our Let's Go Travel Tips Facebook group put a picture. They are boarding a cruise to go on the Snake and Columbia rivers here in the United States, and so I think it's really big news that the Viking Mississippi debuted on the Mississippi River this week, and so she is going to be doing sailings from St. Paul, and let's see, her first maiden voyage. Now, mind you, the Viking Mississippi ship, that's the name of the ship, is the Mississippi, holds 386 guests, and they have 193 cabins, and they are all balcony cabins. They all face out, so you're not going to have an interior on that ship, which I think is wonderful. So the very first sailing that she is doing is a 7-night voyage. It's one way, and it's going between St. Paul and St. Louis, and it's going to visit destinations in Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. And then a lot of the 7-night voyages that the Mississippi is going to run, they've got this really, I think this one is really exciting. It goes between New Orleans and Memphis with stops in 5 different destinations between Tennessee, Louisiana, and Mississippi, and it's going to focus on historic and cultural discovery. The cruises visit Darrow, Baton Rouge, St. Francisville, Natchez, and Vicksburg. So, and I have not been there yet, so I need to do one of these cruises or else just go. Natchez is like one of the very blessed places to see plantations and just everything beautiful. You know, Vicksburg has a role in the Civil War, and they also pointed out that on these voyages there are going to be guest lectures telling everyone about all of the history and the culture and everything to do with all of the stops. So I think that this is on my bucket list now. I want to make sure that I get to do one of these. And so if any of you have any questions, you can contact me about that or put them in the comments below. Also, I feel like I need to add this. We talked about it last night in our live, but I just want to add so that everyone here is very much aware that our Let's Go family member, Anne Marie, they live up in Canada. They had applied for her husband's passport to be renewed, and they just went into the office the other day, and he reapplied in person, it sounds like. But that passport, mind you, this is the beginning-ish of September, is not going to be mailed until the middle of January. So they had to cancel a cruise. So I'm letting you all know this so that if you have a cruise scheduled and you need to renew your passport, find out when they're going to get it to you, or be very much aware that that is very much delayed there in Canada. And you know what? I have not applied for a passport here in the U.S. I hear that they might start having those renewals available online. It's not up yet, so I'll let you know when it is. But it sounds like we all need to pay a lot of attention and allow enough time between cruises to get our passport renewed. Now, the last thing that I want to tell you about today is I think it's really important that you all think about this. When you book an excursion, this is a comment someone put yesterday, and I felt like it was really important enough to talk about. When you're going to go on a cruise and you're going to book an excursion and you have a bunch of onboard credit, when you go to book your excursion, it should show up that it lets you use your onboard credit. Like on mine, I had to check the box. Someone else said that box was automatically checked as a default for them. And if you don't want to use onboard credit, you have to uncheck the box. Okay? But when you get on board, if you have paid for a bunch of excursions and you have a ton of onboard credit, like this person had $1,000, but they still had to pay for the excursion. When you get on board, tell them you want that charged back. You don't want to cancel your excursions because you want to get the excursions that you want to get for your trip. But when you get on board, tell them that you want that charged to your onboard credit and that you want the money put back on your credit card. And my experience is they do that. They have done that for us before, and lots of people have also said they do it. So I just wanted to let you know that I think it's really valuable to know that, and don't switch cruise lines just because of that. I know, you have to go stand in line and ask for it, but if you enjoy everything else, I don't think that's a deal breaker. So I just wanted to point that out to you all. Now, if any of you are on cruise ships right now and you have any updates for us, or you have any questions about anything, I would really appreciate it if you would let us know. You can send me an email, you can put it in the comments below, and I hope that you will tell your friends and family that cruise or want to think about cruising about our channel. I would really like to expand the number of people that comment here every day, because it helps us all out so very much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. If you appreciate our updates, please give this video a thumbs up. Keep an eye out for our video tomorrow, because I am going to do another one, because we've got so much news here. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really, really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.